Daddy left home when I was 3. Didn't leave much to my ma or me. Just this old guitar and an empty bottle of booze. Now I don't blame him 'cause he ran and hid, but the meanest thing that he ever did was before he left, he went and named me Sue. He must have thought it was quite a joke. Got a lot of laughs from a lot of folk. It seemed I had to fight my whole life through. Some gal would giggle and I'd go red. Some guy'd laugh and I'd bust his head. I tell you, life ain't easy for a boy named Sue. Well, I grew up quick and I grew up mean. My fists got hard and my wits got keen. I'd roam from town to hide my shame. But I made a vow to the moon and the stars that I'd search the honky-tonks and bars, kill that man who gave me that awful name. Well, it was Gatlinburg in mid-July. I just hit town and my throat was dry. Thought I'd stop and have myself a brew at an old saloon in the street of mud. There at a table dealing studs sat the dirty mangy dog that named me Sue. Well, I knew that snake was my own sweet dad from the worn out picture that my mother had. I knew the scar on his cheek and the evil in his eye. He was big and bent, gray and old. I looked at him and my blood ran cold. And I said, "My name is Sue. How do you do? Now you're gonna die." Well, I hit him hard right between the eyes. He went down, but to my surprise, come up with a knife and he cut off a piece of my ear. I busted a chair right across his teeth. We crashed through the wall into the street, kicking and the gouging in the mud and the blood and the beer. I have fought much tougher men, but I can't remember when he kicked like a mule and a bit like a crocodile. I heard him laugh and I heard him cuss. He went for his gun, but I pulled mine first. He stood there looking at me and I saw him smile. He said, "Son, this world is rough and a man's gotta make it. He's gotta be tough. I knew I wouldn't be there to help you along. So I give you the name and I said goodbye. I knew you'd get tough or die, and it's the name that helped to make you strong." He said, "You just fought one hell of a fight. You hate me now and you got the right to kill me now, and I wouldn't blame you if you do. But you oughta thank me before I die for the gravel in your guts and the spit in your eye, 'cause I'm that son of a bitch that named you Sue." I got all choked up, I threw my gun, called him my pa, he called me his son, and I came away with a different point of view. I think about him now and then, every time I try, every time I win. And if ever I'm gonna have a son, I think I'm gonna name him Bill, George, Frank, anything but Sue. I hate that name.